A large turnout for the second public meeting on the Puainako Street Improvement Project in Hilo.
This is the second time we've come back since last year, just to provide again the community with an update of where we're at, what we've taken from them from our last meeting. A lot of information we gotten from them, and so we've kind of vetted through that, and so we have a lot of information we want to present to them today in terms of where we are conceptually, where we are on revisiting the EIS process and our Section 106 process on historic properties, and then our next steps as we move forward to completing all of this.
Much like they did the first time, area residents huddled around long maps, trying to learn how the project would affect their lives.
And my kids would walk to Waikea High School.
We have a strip map that's out there.
8-foot, there's going to be an 8-foot sidewalk here and a 5-foot sidewalk.
Which really takes into account conceptually where we're going to go with the project and how the alignment will be constructed.
I know, but you know what I'm saying? The families are here.
The issue is that our project is only for, well, we got hired is only for the realignment and then the widening here. So we're not, other than where it impacts this alignment, we're not touching it.
All were anxious to learn more about the big street widening project, which is restarting after years of delay.
So is this road blocked?
No, this is going to be a right in and a right out only.
Oh, okay.
And that's because of the traffic signals here.
Okay, so if I want to get out, I'll have to come this way to get and scoot around. If I want to go down.
If you want to, come in this way, okay. Or you could come in here and then come up as well. Because this is a right in and right out. Though this intersection, we're looking at possibly putting a.
Okay, well, this looks like more.
We're actually not really doing. We already did the EIS, so this is just a revisitation to see whether we're still good. It's everything that we've said that was going to be affected is still affected. The mitigation that we said we were going to do still is applicable. And then this is just to see if there's anything new that we need to account for. It looks like everything that we said still is the same.
So if you come from Komohana, you want to go home, I live in this area.
Yeah, so you come in this way, you can turn right.
I can turn right.
Yeah, but if you come in this way, you got to come this way and come around.
And it is a divided highway. So all
live in
right now
this
the road goes
Oh yeah, for you, right. But go out easy, just turn right.
It depends on where it meets on the
Building, that's us.
Oh, that's your house?
Yeah.
So you can see on the lower end.
Yeah. So this is the road that the building then.
This is the one they will build.
So this is the one
This one we're going to have
to Waikoloa.
Saddle Road, yeah.
Saddle Road. This is this is agriculture, and this is.
right here is going to be higher. Yours will be higher. So we're going to actually.
So this all go new?
You're not adding.
Grade your
So this is what they're widening, not this one then.
No, not that.
They're not touching this one.
Eventually, this narrow Hilo Road will be widened and realigned to connect with the Cross Island Saddle Road.
Well, I think it definitely helps facilitate the corridor going all the way through Saddle Road. I mean, for the DOT highways perspective, we look at the regional. I mean, we're looking at the regional corridors for our arterials, and this does complete this. It was stated so in the 1998 Hawaii Long Range Transportation Plan. We're updating that right now, but it did show as a corridor that was deficient, and that based on the volume and the amount of growth that would be happening in this area, it would be one of those that we did have to improve. And then, yes, it does fit in right with Saddle Road.
When completed, a new intersection will likely greet travelers coming off the saddle. This is phase 2 of the project and will involve a major realignment of Puainako Street.
So Komohana and the new Puainako will be a new intersection, and then the old Puainako and Komohana will be right in, right out. Because the intersections are still kind of close to each other, we will make some adjustments to the existing Puainako.
On the other side of the street, improvements will widen the road up to Kilauea Avenue.
This project will be phased. We'll have a phase 1. There's just not enough money to fund this project in one shot. So we'll have a phase 1, which will be from the school side area going to Kilauea, and then we'll have a phase 2 that goes up to Komohana on the backside. So we'll have it that way. And so the first phase by the school area, because that's where the most congestion is because of the school traffic and everything, we are targeting a 2016-2017 construction start.
Department of Transportation officials say there will be many challenges to overcome.
This one's going through an old neighborhood. Again, it's based on the initial EIS that was done, and then Also based on what we got with the whole our 1998 Hawaii Long Range Transportation Plan. And so again, there's been some modifications to that, as well as the different alignments that we take from the old EIS, because there was like 10 different alignments that we had in there in terms of how this was going to be constructed. And so one of the challenges will be going through an existing neighborhood, dealing with the public right on the adjacent side of construction. Obviously, you're dealing with people more on a day-to-day basis.
Not all homes are safe. Already, some have been identified to be taken by lawmakers.
We have 4 properties that we identified based on a conceptual plan alignment, and again, those 4 properties are still affected, and we have that shown today as well, which is the same properties we shown the last time that we were here. And basically, it would be going through a condemnation process, eminent domain proceedings on that. There's a federal process that we have to go through, a federal and state process that we go through on eminent domain. And so until the alignment is fixed, meaning that the design is completed, then we actually know what's been surveyed. And then how much of the property we're going to take, because not all 4 properties are going to be totally complete eminent domain. Some will have a portion of the property affected, while others will have the whole property taken. But until we actually have that alignment and exactly how much acreage we're going to be taking from them, we can't really sit down and talk with them. We can sit down and talk with them just in terms of what they can expect, but we can't be negotiating anything until the actual alignment is completed. That would be determined at the end of the design process, after the EIS.
Okay.
After the open house portion of the meeting held at Waiakea Intermediate School, officials made a presentation to the crowd.